tracer here. It's 10:24 at night Central Time. You're looking at the moon live coming out of my camera. I'm using ICap. This is just a cheapy little 80mm telescope. I was just going to shoot a little bit of this tonight. I'm going to move over to my bigger scope here in just a second and do a couple AVI files. Just kind of show you what's going on here. I haven't been able to get to the sun. I've had to work so much here lately. I've got to do a lot of the news videos. So much going on right now. We got Russia over there bombing Syria, and they're not even bombing ISIS. They're bombing people that we're supposed to be back. It's such a mess. Get back to this moon. This is a really cheapy camera, really messed up, scratched up telescope right here. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in my bigger scope right now. It's not going to be focused, so you have to bear with me and let me get this baby focused. Like any little touch, like I'm getting ready to swap cameras, so it's going to freak out for a minute. Yeah, bad thing about a bigger scope, you can see that I can only get a little part of the moon in there. I gotta make sure I can get it focused and stuff. Let me crank up the some exposure time or something here. Definitely not focused. I'm hoping to get my butt up real early, get some really good shots of I want to try to get some real good shots of Venus and Jupiter, and then maybe some awesome shots of Orion's Nebula. It's starting to get where I can start getting some pictures of it. I love doing that. When I bought this nice camera I've had for a while, really haven't got to use it. I've been waiting all year for the Orion Nebula to come back up in the sky, and so I just can't wait to get some good footage of that. See if I can find like a nice little crater area here that we can check out. And this all live right here. I don't know how good that's coming into you guys. You know, this camera, I've dropped it a couple times, so that kind of affects it a lot. Can't remember if I have a moon filter or anything on there. I don't have and that definitely looks cross-grainy. But what's weird is I can take this crappy looking non-focused picture right here. Let me go ahead and run some frames here. You know, I can run this here, and then I can put it in a couple different programs. Man, I can get a really nice picture of this. What I'm gonna do is I got this set up on 4x4 binding, so that's like zoomed out as far as I can with this planetary camera. So what I'm gonna do is, after this hits I usually run about 1,000 frames, so I'm gonna let that hit 1,000 frames, and then I'm gonna zoom this sucker into 2x2 binding, and you guys will be able to see the difference. And then after I do that one, I'm gonna go in to binding disabled, and I mean, this sucker is gonna be zoomed in there like crazy. There might be looks like I might be getting close. I'm probably going right through a tree limb right now, it looks like. I should have took the moon filter off. Anyway, this is just here, just kind of messing around. I did a live stream on the blood moon, so the quality of that didn't come out real good. I did videotape later that night. I think it was that night, or it might have been the next night. Got some pretty good footage. I work 12, 13 hours a day. You know, I try to make a few videos, so my time's kind of limited. I mean, I'm wanting to do some learning videos on how to do this. I know a lot of people are wanting to film the moon, man. I caught something going across it the other day that I need to review a little better. It definitely wasn't birds. I can pick up birds when I had it in that very first scope, but when I'm with my big scope, it's only going to focus on stuff that is close to the moon. It won't pick up birds. You won't even be able to see them. It wouldn't even be a blur. One of these days I'm hoping to catch like a plane going across, or a satellite. You know, it's pretty hard. You got to be kind of lucky to catch that crap. But I caught something or when I did that live stream, or not the live stream, but when I filmed the other night, I got something coming from the top going down, and it's kind of blurry, kind of dark. I can't tell the shape. You know, it could be a satellite, but I don't think we have satellites that close to the moon. I mean, I could be wrong. I know there's probably satellites going around the moon. Could have been one of them moon birds, but I've seen them on dark sky watchers, and I'm not sure it wasn't like that. It's hard to say. I haven't really got time to. The processing part of these take quite a bit of time. So anyway, this is almost done. Then I'm going to really zoom in on this thing. I really can't tell if I'm even that focused, but okay, so that one's done. Let me see what happens when I go to the, sorry about that. I ripped my mic off my head. But bump this up to 2x2 binding. I'm going to crank up some stuff here. It's really cool out here tonight, so I'm coughing, too many cigarettes. One of these days, hopefully I can quit smoking. It's kind of tough, especially with all the crap going on in the world. You try not to let that stuff bother you, but man, your mind's just going thousands of miles an hour, you know, thinking about all this stuff. You know, half the people in my family pretty much think I'm crazy because I'm trying to get, you know, some of this news out there. Just trying to do my part, try to help people wake up like I got awakened. You know, I have to thank Dabu, Professor Doom, Spiro, Cannons. I got to thank all them guys for helping me on that. They do nobody does it like Dabu. I mean, he's on top of his game. Now this thing is, there's so much distortion between Earth and the moon. That's why you're seeing a lot of this. And I'm probably dropping a few frames. It's this telescope. It usually tracks my galaxies and stuff really good. Certain parts of the sky it'll track the moon pretty good. It's kind of moving on me a little bit tonight. I really don't even know if I have the full picture here. I'm going to try to, this might mess up a little bit. I'm going to make this a little bigger. I have to make my capture, which I don't know if it'll let me do it live. Yeah, it's going to let me move it. See, that moon's just starting to drift off on me. I'm going to have to see if I can move it back down. That sucks when you're doing a video like this. But luckily, them programs I got kind of help me still get an awesome picture out of this, even with my camera being dropped so many times. Let's see if I can make that a little bigger. Not really. Where am I probably gotta wait till it stops playing there. I guess I could go ahead and shrink this side up so you guys ain't looking at all that crap. Well, it's not really letting me. Okay, we're almost at 1,000 frames. There we go. So let's see if I can pause this video and try to get you a better view on this thing. I'm going to pause it here. Alright, hopefully this is a little bit better for you. I'm going to go ahead and crank up some stuff here before I really zoom it in. I'm going to have to move it again. That's another thing. The more you zoom in, man, the more that moon is moving. So I'm going to like maybe start it down like right there. It's going to get real dark when I go into no binding. Now we're really definitely zoomed in now. See, I'm probably a little bit out of focus here. A lot of distortion going on. It's kind of windy. In fact, it's real windy. Let me turn that one way down. Believe it or not, the more you turn it down, it's kind of dark to look at, but these won't blow out when you do your processing. I usually keep that on about 12. I usually keep that on 145, 144. That's what I film like all my Jupiter and Saturn. That's pretty much my settings for that. Yeah, that's pretty cool area right there. I'm probably a little bit out of focus, but I'm gonna, believe it or not, when I post these pictures and whenever I make this video for this, these are going to come out a lot clearer. But let me go ahead and try to hit record. Move the box out of the way. You guys don't need to see that. Yeah, it looks really blurry. Every once in a while you'll see one good frame in there. Basically it's going to take 1,000 frames, and I'm probably only going to keep around 200 of them. And that'll be about all I'll use to process. And I'll definitely probably process this out up in the house. Pretty cool out here. When you're doing the moon, it's not so much, but if you're doing stars and galaxies and nebulas, it's better to wait for them to get up high in the sky. You know, the moon is really low in the sky right now, so I'm shooting through way more atmospheric distortion and light pollution. And you got to remember, I'm right smack in the middle of Independence, Missouri. I'm in like some super light pollution from hell. I mean, it's bad, but I still can get some pretty good stuff. Probably should have kept that where I had it. It'll probably drip down there. I'm at about 700 frames. Still working on the Google Hangouts. Hopefully I'm going to have Lance on. We'll probably do like a 30-minute or hour-long show. We'll try to take questions in chat about world events, and just try to pick everybody's brain, see what people are wanting to know about. That'll kind of help us on doing our videos and stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to zoom back out. See how when you zoom out, how I guess I don't have a moon filter on there. But yeah, I definitely got a lot of little like squares, like little pixel problems. So I'm going to do one really dark here, and this will probably be the best picture that comes out. Like the darker I do it. I don't know why that is, but yeah, we'll try it. Take this auto light off, see what that does. Not much. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'm just going to hit this. It's probably going to be a long video. I know people don't like to watch long videos, but when I'm doing stuff like this, I just like to BS a little bit. Just kind of talk. You know, if this laptop was a little bit better, I could pull up some news stories and talk about them. The time's limited. I got to get up at, it's 10:40 now. I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm hoping to film Jupiter and Venus for about an hour, and then I have to leave for Omaha, so I got about 7 hours of driving back and forth tomorrow, which that always sucks, but that gives me time to do a lot of looking into some of the news or the stuff that I'm going to be trying to make news stories out of, or information stories, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, things are getting bad. Just got to get people aware of what's going on, even if they think you're crazy. They thought Noah was crazy, but in the end, he wasn't crazy. And that's kind of what us guys out here trying to putting our butts out here making these videos. I mean, I'm new at it. I'm surprised I haven't got trolled to death. I remember my first video I did on geoengineering, I got clobbered by some trolls in that field because I didn't know no better. So my next video was exposing all the trolls. I even have on my Facebook page, you can go in my photos and see pictures of every trolls that all the geoengineering activists, they screenshot them all. And then on the video I made, which I don't have no more because Google took down my other YouTube because they switched, they wouldn't accept my email provider no more, which made me lose all my subscribers and all that crap. It's a long story, but that's what a couple of the videos I got on this channel I talk about a little bit. Just crank this up a little. Man, I hear a jet coming. Maybe I can catch this sucker go by the moon. You know, every night I'm out here, I see some crazy crap. The other night, it was a couple nights before the blood moon. I got planes flying over here all the time, military, regular planes. But there was a plane that flew by here that was really low. Didn't sound like an airplane. It sounded like it was electrical power, and it was bigger than a Lear jet, almost triangle shape. I mean, I could tell it was a plane, but it made more like a wind or a electrical motor, and it was booking. It banked a little bit. I don't know if it was a drone, like a giant drone, like a regular Lear jet size drone, or if it was military. I don't know what it was, but it sure was quiet. Pretty strange. Never seen nothing like it since. It was just a strange encounter. Like, look, I'll go over this footage. You know, it's kind of choppy when you're recording live, but let's see if I can ever catch anything. I gotta really look at that footage, because when stuff flies by the moon, man, it's booking. It's booking good, so it's hard to catch that stuff. That's why I appreciate a lot of them guys that catch all that stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling pretty far. It's almost about a 20-minute video now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this. Use this frame. There we go. Alright, we're all done recording. Anyway, car rates are out. You guys have a good night. God bless. Hopefully look forward to doing some live shows. get everybody's intake. Kart Racer out. God bless.